As you guys know by now, on this channel I like to check out awesome lore-friendly cars in GTA 5, and there's been quite a lot this year, and many of them I seem to have missed out. I was aware of them and I intended to do videos on them, and then other cars came out and they ended up just getting put down on a list. And well, this is one of those cars because this came out actually at the start of this year and I haven't covered it yet until now, and I've always wanted to. So today, you probably won't be able to guess it much from the interior of this. It does say Karen on the steering wheel, so expect something Toyota-y. It's this. This is not a Toyota MR2, or are these called the MRS? I mean, this is the model that has always eluded me with Toyotas. I always sort of paid attention to the AW11 and SW20. But this is actually, this is a lore-friendly version called the Karen Sigma 3. And it does look amazing. It looks proper lore-friendly. It doesn't look entirely like an MRS/MR2. I'm going to sort of mix those names, perhaps to the annoyance of many of you watching. But it does have its own little things that makes it a little different, a little bit more lore-friendly. And I love it. I think it looks amazing, and it's got a bunch of tuning parts. So we've got to, of course, check this car out, look at all the details, and then go ahead and make a couple of builds out of it. So let's just pull up somewhere and let's check this baby out. Do you know what? The side of this road is going to be a good first step. I like to try and mix it up as much as possible. There we go. I don't think we've ever done it off the highway on a dirty hill, but there we go. So here we have the front, looking very nice. It's definitely got a bit of a different look to the original, especially with these lights, because they're a lot more clustered. We just got this like large indicator on the top and then the light on the bottom, whereas the other one sort of, from what I remember, it's more circular and has like a little indicator in a circle and then just the large circular lights. So that is a little bit different. And then we have our side profile. In fact, let me just rotate the camera. There you go. It's like we're not even on a hill. There is the side profile. I mean, it's unmistakably supposed to be a Toyota MRS. And actually, now that I keep saying this, I'm pretty sure the MRS is what they called it in Japan. Or maybe did they get this in the States? I can't remember. I think this car might have come out in the States. But I think in the UK it was called the MR2 Spider. I think that's what it is. Maybe I got it ran the wrong way. But I think that's right. But this is unmistakably what it's supposed to be. You can tell by the body shape. And then we have the rear lights. Again, I'm pretty sure the rear lights had more of a circle to them rather than this design. But this design, again, makes it more lore-friendly and fits in and makes it slightly different. Does have the rear grille, slightly larger than the grille that you would get on the MRS. This is actually like a full-length grille. Then we have the doors that will open up. Then we have the hood, the trunk, and the roof doesn't come off. Maybe there'll be an extra for that. We'll check that out in a minute. Okay, this is very slanted. Perhaps this is a really bad idea to do this on a hill. I tried to be different, and I think it's very hard to actually see. There we go, that's better. So then we have the frunk, actually massive. I don't know if it is that big in real life, but we've got a massive frunk. And then at the back here, we have our engine. So we've got our exhaust manifold, battery. We've got some stuff up here for the intake manifold and the air intake. Other than that, it's all just pretty simple under there. But this is very lore-friendly. This is just like what you'd expect from a car to come from Rockstar, which is as we like it. So let's close all of those down and take a look at the tuning parts. So onto the details first of all, and we have some stickers. Where are these to be found? On the dash. So we have the Radical Rascals slap sticker. Street Swine right there, radicalrascals.co.jp. We have Tooligan, and then we have Bayshore Wangan Emperor stickers on the dash, or we can just have that stickerless. If we're trying to make this into sort of like a JDM car, let's just go for something like that one. Let's go for that one, the Bayshore sticker. On the seats, we have the options of stock or racing seats. I mean, we've also got some nice seats already. We can have those with the proper belts, and also got the bar as well. Nice touch. Got the bar with the belts held at the back there. Very cool. Then on the steering wheel, we have the option of the stock, or we have the racing wheel, which definitely is a nice improvement. So we'll go for the racing wheel. Then on the, that's just the boost upgrade. Whatever. Onto the spoiler, we have a lot of options here. Look at this. We've got a lot of options. So we have the primary lip, we have that in secondary and carbon. We have our little ducktail here in primary, secondary, and carbon. We have a tuna spoiler right here. Not too bad. It's actually quite flat, which I quite like. We have that in primary, we have that in secondary, and we have that in carbon as well. Very fine weave on that carbon. Oh my god, that's actually very... Oh, my eyes. Ugh. Okay, that's horrible. That is a very fine weave. Goodness me. Then we have the Yakuza spoiler, I guess. See, now, I've actually, for some reason, just slipped my brain, but it's just suddenly clicked. Of course, in GTA 3, the Yakuza Stinger was essentially just a Toyota MR2, right? That car just had a body shape that very much reminded you of the Mark III MR2/MRS. So I guess that Yakuza spoiler is based on that. I can't actually remember what the spoiler looks like on that car, but perhaps that is a tie-in to that. But we have that in primary, secondary, and carbon. We then have this street spoiler. I'm not too sure about that little overhangy bit on the side there, but we have that in those colours. And then we have our carbon racing spoiler. And we have the... What the hell's going on with that? That was weird. And then we have the chassis mounted spoiler, of course. That's like a staple now with these things. The Yakuza spoiler is quite interesting to me, but I want to go for that primary ducktail spoiler right there. Maybe I'll change my mind in a minute. The thing is, actually, these cars don't look too bad with the larger spoilers, because it's actually quite a big, open, flat area to do something with. This one is sort of alright. I kind of... If this was a little bit lower, I might have bought into this a little bit more. But I might actually even try go for this. I don't know. I've seen some of these with really big spoilers, and they look awesome. I mean, like, in real life, I've seen, like, MRSs with these spoilers, and they actually look pretty awesome. So it's really hard to decide. And you know what? Yakuza spoiler. Let's do it. On the front bumper, we have the stock. We have this little front lip in primary, secondary, and carbon. Yeah, that carbon weave is very slight. You have to really look in to actually see the carbon weave there. So it's almost like not even carbon. Then we have the carbon splitter with cannons. See, that carbon we can definitely see now. Then we have the Yakuza bumper. That's looking very nice. Or we have the tuna bumper, which I think makes it look a little bit too duck build. It's very sort of pouty. It definitely looks a lot nicer with the flat thing. I've also just noticed we do actually have glass domes over those lights as well. That's a nice touch. Yeah, I'm going to go for the Yakuza bumper. I think that looks really nice. On the rear bumper, we have the stock. We have the primary rear lip. We also have that in secondary colour, carbon, and a tuna rear lip. The tuna actually looks alright. I think I might just go for the tuna. It's got a nice little thing, creates a nice little dent in for the exhaust. So I'm going to go for that. On the skirts, we have the options of stock. We have the primary, the secondary, the carbon, or the tuna. Again, I think these tuna ones look nice. Would definitely go for that. This is actually shaping up to be a pretty cool little car. Then we have the chassis. We've got the track day roll bar. Just got a nice little roll bar bit in the back there. Or we have the full racing roll cage. I want to go for just the track day roll bar because I like the idea that this is, you know, this is a nice modified car. But it's not crazy. It's just a nice sort of tuned up streetable car. So I'm going to go for the track day roll bar. On the grille, we have the secondary colour frunk, which I don't really want. We can't really see at the moment because it's all black. We also have that in carbon. I just want to go for just stock on that one. On the engine cover, we have, again, the options are stock, secondary, and carbon. I want to just keep that stock again. I don't really want to mix up with different kind of body panels and stuff. Then we have the mirrors in primary, carbon, and then we also have these racing ones as well. I actually really like the racing ones on this one. That does look very cool. I might actually go for the carbon ones on that as well. We'll definitely be making this a bit lighter in a minute. So it might be hard to see some of the details. Then we have the windshield frame. Oh, I guess... Okay, that's just for that part there in stock, primary, and carbon. I'm just going to go for that in primary. Have that all matching. And then for the roof, there we go. We can actually remove the whole roof. Or we can have that in primary colour instead of secondary, which I guess would mean that we'd have to match that front bit. But as I've done that primary, we'll do the roof in primary as well. I want this all one colour. But we could have that in carbon as well, but no thanks. Then we go ahead, do the usual upgrade, engine, brakes, transmission. We'll, let's just see how much this drops. Actually, by a considerable amount. Let's be honest, that's a considerable drop. Goodness me. Okay. Yeah, we'll be playing with V-Stancer in a minute on this one. Okay, let's pick a nice metallic paint for this one. Ooh, that in red looks lovely. Look at that. This is actually a really, really nice looking car. The Mark III MR2s/MRS has all the Mark II Spider. I really don't know how to name this car. They've always eluded me, as I've said, and I wasn't really sure about them. In stock form, they didn't really excite me, but I've seen some modified ones, and they look awesome. And actually, this right here, I think it looks really nice. In fact, it seems to suit pretty much every colour you give it, so I want to go for a nice orange on this one, just to make this nice, bright, fresh. Look at that. Then on the wheels, let's just go for some street wheels. Now, it definitely doesn't suit steel wheels, although I'm kind of curious to see how this would look if it had like a steel wheel build around it. But let's just have a look what we got here. These are quite thick in the tyres, and I've kind of ended up making this more like a show car. So I think I might end up going, because it's actually quite slammed at the minute, I think I'm going to go for the smaller tyres and go for the sports category. Now this wheel right here, the 6-spoke with the deep dish and the chrome, does look very nice. I'm going to go for that. And I wanted to go for like a full colour block look. I'm going to try and get this in a matching orange on the wheels as well. I just like that. It's broken up a bit by the chrome and the black of the tyre. I actually think that is a solid full colour build. We do need to turn this car a little bit to get into the sun though, so we can really appreciate that colour. That is looking nice. And then on V-Stancer, let's just tweak this up and see how I do. So I've not done much. I've just cambered it a little bit, made the wheels flush, and that's it. I haven't really changed the wheel size or anything, because I think in its stock form with the slam, I mean, it does actually intersect that tyre. Then when we turn, we'll have to ignore that. It's sort of, this is like a bags look. This is how it would look parked up with the bags, and then we'll have to ignore that on the turn. But that is pretty solid. I like that. I've also noticed we've got an orange. Is that an orange inside on the exhaust, or is that just... Oh, okay, no, it's just the burns on the inside. Yeah, I'm liking this. I think this car looks awesome. I want to do one more quick build on this one. We do actually have on the extras, we can actually remove that rear window. I think that's... I think that might just be a roof thing to take the roof off. Let's just add the turbo as well. Get some turbo sounds in here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. That's a winner. This is really nice. I like this. I am all for this car right here. I want you guys to let me know what you think in the comment section below. I should have done this video months ago. This is just one of those cars that I just kept meaning to do, and it's one of those things you mean, like, you want to save the best till last. You sort of want to cover some other ones and then sort of like, pow, look at this awesome car. So I thought I'd finally do it. Very happy with this build. I think this mod's great. I think I've said it all. You guys can let me know what you think in the comment section below. Let's just do one more build, shall we? We'll do a nice side of the road specials. We've got some nice sun coming up here from the side. So we've got a nice sunny side to look at. Okay, let's do one more. Okay, so for this build, I've gone a little different, because you can see I've actually got steel wheels here. I'm really not sure about this. The problem is I absolutely love this build, so anything is not going to look as cool in comparison. But I wanted to try a full stripped out racing look. I just tried to make this look as lightweight as possible. So I just went for just steel wheels. I went for like secondary color on everything, so it just looks like sort of like plastic add-ons that have not been painted or anything like that. As well as like a replaced boot lid and bonnet. Or actually, bonnet. Boot lid, of course, with this car. And then I went for the full cage, and I took the roof out, and I just tried to make this look like a stripped down race car. There's not much to it. I just wanted to make this simplistic, like the sort of car where you just buy it. So I've just kept like a stock red colour, and that's that. Nothing fancy, just using this as a race car. But the problem is that I absolutely love this build right here. It's so cute. It's just so cute and small, and it's just a nice little package. This is very satisfying to me, this build. So this is definitely my winner. You guys can let me know what you think, though, in the comment section below. But if you have got all the way to the end of this video, you can say cool box in the comment section below. Just to let me know that you watched the whole thing. and what you think of this car. I think this car is awesome. It's a nice addition to the law-friendly lineup. And again, considering that I think that the Yakuza Stinger, and actually just the Stinger from previous GTA games, seems to be based on the MR2 Spider, MRS, I actually would have thought that Rockstar would have brought this back in online mode. Maybe they'll have noticed this mod and maybe they'd think about it. I don't know. But it would be interesting to see how Rockstar sort of bring this back if they were to bring back a Stinger-like car. But yeah, this is a winner for me. I love it. That's it. There'll be a link in the description below. You can go and download this. Well, that is it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye.